Wait for the channel to click over.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now, actually, so I can be in both chats.
Mm. Mine has to update.
Yeah, it takes a minute. There we go. I think we're live, and I got no sound on. Cool.
Yeah. Let me see.
All right.
And we are live. Yay!
Live.
Oh, sorry. Dropping everything. It is freezing.
Shalom and hello.
It is so cold.
It really is.
It is. It's no joke cold.
And we're in one of the hottest states around here, too.
Right? And this is ridiculous. When I just walked in here right now, into my room, it was 60. I think it said 61 degrees. I'm freezing to death. I have my jacket on and my robe on.
Yeah, some states, they'd be laughing at us. 61 degrees, that's like summer for us.
Yes, but and people say that. But here's the thing I always say with that. We live in Las Vegas, so it's like always hot here. So when the temperature changes and it gets colder, we're freezing to death.
Absolutely.
I can't even watch. Like there's this channel that I watch, and she does like her daily life stuff, her and her family. It's really cute. But anyway, she took a walk in the snow this morning, and I saw it, and I had to freaking jump out of there because I was like, nope, I'm freezing already just watching this.
Yeah, man. A walk in the snow, come on.
Right. But she was walking in the snow, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm freezing just watching her.
Yeah, it's, what'd you say, it was 60, what, 61 or whatever?
And when I walked in my room, it was 61, but I think it's like.
Oh, bro, it's 44 degrees outside. What you mean, 48?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So I think it's, like I said, it's colder, obviously, outside, but it's just freezing in here.
Yeah, it's cold, but thank God we don't have snow.
Yeah. Hey, Balls, how's it going?
Yo, what's up, Balls? How you doing? What a name.
I love that name. It always cracks me up every time I see it. Balls to the wall. I love it. It's I made alive. Yesterday,
awesome. Cody and I everything's doing well.
And all of a sudden, I think we got like, because of the stuff we were talking about yesterday, I think we got like botted or something from YouTube. It was weird. I've never seen that before. It was like there was khaki in there, and there was stitching in there, and then Be Kind was in there. And all of a sudden, this thing popped up, and it was like repeating everything everybody was saying. It was totally weird.
Yeah, I kept saying before we went live on your channel, I was like, you better be careful talking about this type of stuff on YouTube. It's very skewed. You never know. You might lose your channel. They sent bots in to watch us.
Yeah, because that was pretty strange.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But, yeah, we just like wanted to. We're going to take everything that we talk about over to Rumble, but we wanted to, because I know that I've like mentioned things before, like about different topics, like things that are going on in the world and stuff like that. And it seems like there was a few people that were interested. So I wanted to, hey Karen, Cody, that's Karen. She's like the most talented. Her and Stitching are like the most talented people ever. I swear.
Hi Karen, how you doing?
Welcome to the amazing stream. Yeah, Karen, this is my son Cody.
Hi, welcome to the stream.
But we were talking, I would mention certain things, and there were people who were interested in some of the stuff that I was talking about. So I wanted to do just a test run yesterday, Cody and I did, and then today we were going to do a couple things and then take this to Rumble and make this kind of like the last time that we stream on here about stuff going on in the world today. It's just kind of like getting everybody over to Rumble.
Well, thank you for popping in. How you doing? Yeah, this is definitely something we have to take to Rumble. This is not something that YouTube will allow, and there's a lot of things that we want to talk about that YouTube will not allow.
Yeah. I mean, it's we're just doing a little bit here, about the political stuff because I feel like I don't know. I can't talk about Trisha every day. She just gets on my nerves. She just doesn't change. She's just disgusting, and it's like I feel like my whole channel's just becoming about her. But yeah, no, we wanted just to do this, you know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We want to talk about a lot of different things. I know one of the things you want to talk about was the the 2024 election and stuff, and seeing how that's gonna go. And
Yeah. Thanks, Ball. That's so cool. And on my community post, it's on there.
you ain't using no Rumble, are you high? No, I wish, but I'm not. You should use Rumble. What you mean? Rumble's nice. It's a lot
Yeah,
more
I
freedom of speech than on YouTube.
Yeah, it is because, like I said yesterday, we kind of, that thing popped up on us yesterday, and we've never seen that before. And I was like, "What is this?" But I just, it's so funny because, like, Cody and I and everybody else will sit around and we'll start talking about all the stuff that we see, in the news, and it just all of a sudden to turn in. I wish Bella was here because she's another one who loves this stuff, but
Yeah,
all the things that we're seeing in the news is just it's just how can you not talk about it? It affects every one of us, and it's like just kind of sitting back and pretending that things aren't happening. It just isn't working anymore. I mean, here we were just talking this morning about yoga. There's my yoga. That's my girl right there. um she's at work, but she's still listening because she's awesome. I love
you got to
yoga.
get up to the mic a little bit. You're a little quiet.
Who, me?
Yeah,
How about now?
there you go. Perfect.
Oh, anyway, no saying there's my yoga. I love yoga. But it's like we were here. It is again. I mean, I don't know how many people who listen to the stream is from like Colorado or whatever. But do you realize that they should not be removing anybody from a ballot and taking our choices from us? And that really bothered me again this morning when I was listening to it. It pissed me off. It's like, we live, everybody wants to live in America because they think that we're you know, the land of the free. And what's crazy is all of our rights are kind of being taken from us. And if people don't start speaking up, it's like it's okay to do that. They should not be removing anybody from ballot. You
Oh,
know,
absolutely. Whether you like the
it's like
person or you don't like the person, that doesn't matter. You should still have the choice to vote for him or not.
exactly like we should be given the right to make an educated decision on who we want to vote for, not them just yanking our card because they think that we're stupid.
Absolutely.
Oh, hey, Andy, I'm so glad you're here.
And they can't make up enough votes cheating this time. So they are doing everything they can. Absolutely,
Yes, exactly.
That's exactly what happened last time. You're telling me that really Biden won over Trump last time? Like, come on. Come on.
No, no. And could you imagine this is what I got me thinking again. Can you imagine this time? Just think about this one, Andy. Could you imagine this time if it comes out that Biden he won again?
He gets reelected.
He gets reelected. Like the world is going to flip out because there's so many people who voted for him last time, or so they say, who have now changed their political thing. Yeah. Balls agrees with you too, Andy.
Yeah,
They have
absolutely.
now like switched their political parties. I mean, this man he's a freaking embarrassment.
And like political parties aside, whether you're blue or red or whatever, you have to see it with your own eyes. You can see how fucked the country is. And then
Mhm.
look at how it was when Trump was in office. I'm not saying the world didn't have its problems, but I mean we weren't paying $5 for gas and $10 for a loaf of bread.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
Exactly. There are so many people right now that can't afford to go buy groceries. They can't afford to live.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, it's like they're struggling. I mean, they are struggling so hard to keep a roof over their head, even now, more
Yeah.
so now than ever before. And
Yeah.
I just think like it's only gonna get worse if this does not change. Hey, Stitching, how you doing? I'm glad you're here.
Oh, yeah. There's not one
Um,
person that voted for Donald Trump last time that is not going to vote for him again. Plus, you're right. There are millions of people that are coming to vote for him. Absolutely, man. All the people that voted for a good majority of the people that voted for Biden are definitely going to switch sides and vote for Trump again. I mean, or vote for Trump. It's crazy. They fabricated so many votes just to get him in office for what reasons they're not letting us know. And look at how the world's
and
going.
the thing that bothers me, like I said, it's kind of still like the fact that um our rights are being
Yes.
taken from us.
Yep.
It's like we're not smart enough to make an educated decision on our own of who we want in office. It's like, I don't know, we're just kind of like, I guess expected to just sit back and just open up our mouth and keep getting shit shoveled down our throat and be okay with it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Mushrooms, living in the dark and fed on shit.
Yep. Andy, that is solid right there, man. Also, one more thing that Andy said. Also, one more thing that is very important to remember: Joe Biden is not running this country. This is all
Mm-hmm.
done by Barack Obama and his people. Please keep that in mind. This is not Joe Biden at all. Absolutely, and
Andy, we think the
Barack.
same thing. If we were to like basically talk about that, everyone's going to think that we're crazy. Cody,
You're
there it
gonna
is.
lose your channel. Oh, there it is. I ain't using no Rumble. Are you high? That's the exact same thing that user in Oklahoma said. See, we're getting botted, man. I'm telling you, YouTube's coming to take our kneecaps.
Something's happening. There it is again. Andy, have you guys ever seen that before? This is what was happening to us last night.
Yeah, it's crazy. But Andy,
I mean,
absolutely, man. And then the people and Joe Biden is not running this country. It's all done by Barack Obama. Absolutely. And Barack Obama was probably pushed by somebody else. Hello, Cody. Can't stay long. I just wanted to pop in and say hi. That's something that somebody said a little bit up too. Who said that?
I can't.
That's what Karen
Stitching,
said.
it won't let me.
You can't block them?
No, it won't let me. The cats are but I'm telling you, I'm sorry, but the Obamas was the worst. I'm sorry, but they are. And you know what's terrible was that, hey, computer chick, how you doing?
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Yeah. Cody, remember I was telling you about, I showed you her channel and said that her son and her do stuff?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, that's her.
You guys have awesome content.
It was terrible. When all this stuff came out, like when Trump went into office and they were talking about that he did this and he did that, and like he was putting people in, the cage things. The cages weren't even from him. That whole thing was the Obama administration that did that with the cages and locking them up,
Yep. Yeah, absolutely, But that's the thing. They want to frame that man for every bad thing that's done in this country and not highlight a single good thing that man has done for this country.
Who?
Huh? I said they want to frame Trump for all the bad things that have been done in this country, even before he was in office, and not highlight a single good thing that man has done for this country.
It's crazy. Like the biggest thing that they could talk about is that, that he was like sexualizing women and blah, 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 whatever. Okay, but what Joe Biden is doing is okay. Look at him with this kid stuff. I mean, that's just disgusting.
Oh, absolutely.
All this stuff that's coming out is just gross. There's so much. Who's this?
Congress was Leonard Darwin, the son of Charles Darwin, and the VP was Winston Churchill, later PM. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. What the hell? That's actually, now that you mentioned London, did you guys see what's going on in Germany?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Germany is like, I just call it the chopping block of the government. the they've kind of starting to shut things down and standing up for themselves, and the farmers are basically calling for a change in government.
Yeah,
So they're wanting some changes, major
is
changes,
good.
which
That's
is I
what
think
you
what
do
has
when you
to
want them
happen
changes.
here.
You stand up.
That's what
What
has
about
to happen here.
Ecuador? Look at what is going on there. What's going on in Ecuador? I'm not sure.
Hold on, I'm trying to highlight these two, so I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm sorry. I'm highlight the comments as they come in. It's necessary to remove from the
Internal armed conflict mobilizes military to neutralize terrorist groups. Really? I didn't know
wow.
that. Huh, I'll have to do a little bit of research on that. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think that we have to get back to family traditions over here. You know,
Yeah,
I just
no,
think
absolutely.
you jumped ahead of me. I was trying to highlight.
The
I was trying to highlight. Sorry. Not trying to ignore anybody.
chat is flying.
But it's I don't know, things are just getting scary. They're getting more scary every single day, you know,
You
and
know,
so many things are happening to create distractions from what the real problem is.
and I think
You
part of the thing is the world's always been scary, but I think now people are starting to realize what's going on, so now it's being brought to more light. Before they could do things in the shadows and undercover, and nobody would be the wiser, but now everybody has access to the internet, and everybody has access to the exact same information as anybody else, and they can't filter everyone out. So now people are starting to really learn what's going on, and they're getting pissed.
well, it's kind of like if you really want to know what's going on, you just got to take that deep dive and you got to do your research and try to figure things out. I mean, it's like, hey, there's Mandy. Cody, that says Miss ATX. That's Mandy.
Hi,
She's
Mandy.
an
Welcome to the stream.
she's an absolute sweetheart. Mandy, this is Cody.
Hi, how
It's
you
nice.
doing? Do you raise any
Um,
questions about Barack Obama, which I know how, after he left our ambassador and soldiers to die in Benghazi and lied
yes.
about it, blaming some bullshit
Yeah.
movie? Huh?
And Andy, it's so funny that you said that because there's so many. God, the dogs are barking again. There are so many people that I think that as more things come out, it is becoming so unfathomable that they can't believe what's happening. They can't believe any of this stuff is real. And yet it's been in our face the whole time. But it's like you just can't think people can be this evil.
Yeah, last 4 years or 5 years have been like a fever dream, man. It's
Right?
one after the other. You just see more crazy shit that's coming out, and just the next story stopping the other one. I mean, the start of 2024 was the Miami aliens, and then it later came out to be something else, and then something else, and
Yeah.
now
I
nobody
mean,
knows the damn story.
I don't know. I think that if Trump is not put back into office and he basically what happened the last time happens again, I think this world is going to I think it's just going to go upside down. It is seriously going to go upside down. I think people are going to riot. I mean, because this man that we have in office, I mean, there's a lot of us who believe that he's not even in office. Like this is a damn movie that we're watching. And I'm waiting for this movie to come to an end in a good way. But I think that the world is just going to go ballistic. I mean, there are
Oh,
people right
absolutely.
now in Colorado that are so upset because they have removed Trump from the ballot and they are getting furious because their rights are being taken away from them. And it's like, you can I'm going to pin these comments as I'm going. So don't think I'm not. But it's like their choices are being taken away from them. And that just cannot happen. And people have to start, whether you want to whether you like political things or you do not like political things, you have to be your own. You have to be a voice. You have to step up. You can't just leave it up to other people. I mean, here we are having these kind of conversations like this. Well, you don't know if we're going to say something that's going to kind of like ignite the fuse, and someone decides that they're going to create a channel and they're going to start talking about this kind of stuff too, you know. It's
Yeah.
like you can't just sit back and do anything and think, oh well, what are we going to do to change anything? Just talk about it. Talking about it is good, you know.
Yep. But like the last election, it just goes to show that as much as you want to believe your vote does count, and you really got to hope that your vote does count. But I mean, it was proof last election that it's a little skewed at times because a lot of people voted for Trump, and Biden still managed to get in office. So let's hope nothing skeevy like that happens this time.
And
And
don't you
just
think
gotta
it's
hope your
funny?
vote does matter.
And don't you think it's funny that all these things are coming now when it is time for the election stuff to start? All of a sudden, here we go with they're finally now releasing the flight logs of Epstein.
Oh
You know,
yeah, yep.
and so here's a distraction,
Distractions,
and now
absolutely.
we're having alien spottings, and here's another distraction.
Yep.
All these are continuously the distractions are interface to kind of like keep us from what's really happening. Hold on, let me pin this comment too.
2001, Iraq sought clearance for a gift of 94 million humanitarian aid to homeless.
American.
Yes.
And here's another thing. We have this idiot who is funding other countries for war. I mean, really? We have so much poverty that's going on in the US. People cannot keep a roof over their head. They can't keep food in their stomach, and all the money is going out.
Yep, and all the
I mean,
vets that have fought
ugh,
in previous wars are sitting on the streets, and you're worrying about other people in other countries. You can't
that
even
makes
take care of your homeland.
that
It's
makes me sick.
crazy. You guys
You
need
are
paper ballots, absolutely.
I agree with you. And you know what else I think? Not only do we need paper ballots only, but I believe that we need to show IDs. You know,
Yeah,
I believe that we need to do all these things. But yes, the veteran situation. I mean, you get people who like fought for this country, have died for this country, you know,
uh,
um, and they came back and they've got nothing, nothing.
yep.
It's just that makes me sick. It's disgusting, you
In
know.
Canada, you guys do that? That's awesome. We need to implement that here. Maybe it'll be an actual paper trail, if you will.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
but
there's all sorts of different types of homeless. There's veterans that are on the streets, and the homeless, population is at a crazy high, and there's nothing that seems
it's
to be done with it.
no in Las Vegas. If you come to Las Vegas, you can see. I mean, so we live in a nice neighborhood. Um, like across from us is you know, big $1 million homes, and Nicolas Cage another house there. And that's right across the street from us. And when we moved here, the area was beautiful. It's like right down the street, not even a mile, is it's what it's called, the Scotch 80s. And it's where Jerry Lewis and all them used to live and stuff like that. So we live in a decent neighborhood. Now the homeless has got so bad that like they're really, we see them in our neighborhood now too. They're just everywhere now. And it's so sad. I mean, you start to see like there's I forgot what the name of that street is. Like Cody, when you were heading down to where Peggy used to live.
I don't remember.
Yeah, down that way, whatever that street's called. There is like it's like tent city. There is so many tents, and they're homeless people, and it is so so sad. It's like, we live in the US, we shouldn't see that. Not that much,
Yeah,
you
not
know.
America. I mean, not any place for that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many
Many
huge
huge
countries.
countries in South America do paper counting. They count them with no issues. Wow. See, and that's what we need to implement here. I think that would do wonders. Stop
I
the
mean,
government for them greasy little hands all over shit. They can't tamper with nothing.
all the stuff that they were finding after the ballot, like ballots everywhere, and it just in piles that never got counted and stuff like that. I mean, I just don't understand why. You know, if I was a it doesn't matter who I voted for. I mean, of course, I'm a Trump supporter, always have been, and always will be. But it doesn't matter who you vote for. It's like everybody's vote needs to count. And it's kind of like I don't know. I don't know. The distractions are terrible. It makes you so upset and frazzled that it feels like you can't think right. You know what I mean? Like there's
Yeah.
just so much going on. Trying to narrow it down and put it into like, you know, perspective is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you do have countries like Germany. Germany is standing up and they're fighting back.
Yeah. There's a lot of countries that was doing that too. I believe um I think France a while ago too was actually standing up and doing. I can't remember why, but they're also fighting. There's a lot of countries out there that are starting to stand up because they're just sick of it. They're tired of a government that's just abusing the shit out of them for no reason, just because they simply can. I mean, for instance, with the Germany thing, the government, I believe, is cutting the funding for their agriculture for the farmers. You know what I mean? That's what fuels their country. To feed their country, and they're cutting the tax breaks and shit that they get. Like
That is
who
such
who does that? You know what I mean? That's horrible.
But I'm telling you, I have a feeling they will get somewhere though, because if everything has just ceased to a halt, they're going to have to do something. You know, I'm
Yeah.
expecting here when if everything, I don't know how it's going to go, but hey, stop fighting, you two. Oh my gosh. Cole, stop. It's Cole and Charlie.
Oh.
Of course, whenever I go live, they start up. It never fails. I'm surprised though that martial law hasn't been implemented,
I think they were on the brink of it for a while.
right?
Char needs to get out of the desert, grow veggies. Absolutely. Like that's something
Dude,
that I'm always saying all the time is if you can get out of a big ass city and get yourself some land and grow your crops and get your guns and be ready because, shit will be happening eventually.
like Stitching has everything, Cody.
Yeah.
She's amazing. The stuff that she does, the growing she does is just incredible. But I'm with you. I wish I could get out of the city. I
Oh, yeah.
wish that we could, like find a different place to go to, because I would love to have like a little farm and kind of be able to take care of ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Being
would
self
love that.
sustainable is key.
Yeah, absolutely. When the world goes to hell in a handbasket. I mean, come on, think about when all that when the pandemic happened, you know?
Grow
It
veggies and
just
have fruit trees. Absolutely.
yeah, totally. But
Yeah.
it was terrible. My daughter-in-law and I, we had went up to oh my God, I forgot where it was. Whatever it was, I forgot what store it was. Anyway, we went up there, and I forgot what we were getting, but anyway, we were talking to one of the managers. She's really nice. And she was saying, because I said, wow, your shelves are still empty. And she said, it was toilet paper. That's what it was. She said, yeah, she goes, I've decided that I'm opening up the store 1 hour every day only to senior citizens and let them come in and get first pick at buying, like, a couple things of toilet paper and, a couple little things, excuse me, that they need. And I said, that is so sweet. And she said it broke her heart that there was this um lady. She said she was like, middle 70s, early 80s, and she was trying to get toilet paper, but because she wasn't moving fast enough, the younger ones were basically snatching it away from her. And she said that the woman left the store and she was crying. And my daughter-in-law and I were standing there and we were like, what? Like why? It's crazy, like
That
how
was
how people get, you know what I mean?
that
You
was
had
the
people who were
pandemic, right?
stockpiling. What, babe?
That was the beginning of the pandemic, right?
I think so. I can't remember. I have to ask Brittany and ask. I have to ask Brittany. But it
Yeah.
was during the pandemic. I remember that. But anyway, she was telling my daughter and I this, and and I remember her and I were just looking at each other like, what? Why? It's terrible how people get, and it's like they know what they were doing. You know what I mean? Like I know that the government knew what they were doing when they were doing this,
Oh yeah.
and just getting crazy and stuff like that. And but I thought that was just so kind that she was just going ahead, coming in off the clock, mind you. She was coming in off the clock, opening up the store for an hour and letting the seniors come in there and basically get toilet paper and a couple little supplies that they needed. It's like human kindness does go a long way, especially in a world like today, and you never really see it. Sorry, I didn't mean to get off on that one. I don't know why I thought about that. It just kind of made me think about that again. The dead, those,
No, no. I mean, you're right. When it comes down to it, the government, regardless of how it goes, when it comes down to the wire, the government will never give a shit about you. It's the, Joe Schmoes, the people like you and me, the people that, aren't in power that are going to have to pick up the pieces and have to deal with all this.
right. Yeah, I have
And
my theories behind that too about, you know, the 9/11 stuff.
jet
You
fuel
know,
can't melt steel beams. You know what I'm saying?
what is this thing right here?
Oh, you got to ban that dude.
Yeah, I am. I just did.
Yeah,
I just did.
it's crazy. People are the lengths that the government will go for covering up things, the lengths the government will go to keep you in control, or to keep them in control, rather, to give you no control. It's absolutely appalling, and you're starting to see it more and more as the years go by, as the months go by, as the days and seconds go by. You really do see it more. And if
Yep.
you see something like the Miami alien incident that just happened 2 weeks ago, at the beginning of the year, not even 2 weeks ago, and it's just distractions. It's things to start knocking you off of the trail, because the presidential election is coming up this year, and stuff's going to happen, and they're going to try to really make sure that there's always going to be something to distract you from, the truth.
There is. And like I said, it's just crazy that, you know, all of a sudden, the Epstein files are now being released as it's closer towards, the election, and now all of a sudden they're removing people from ballots, and you've got people like Cat Williams who are coming out, people like Will Smith and Jada Smith, and all of that stuff that's going on with them, and it's just like, it's just so much in your face. I do believe though someday when all of it comes out, like I keep saying, I think that people are going to have a hard time digesting, you know,
Oh yeah.
everything that has came to light, because there's a lot of child stuff going on, tunneled sex trafficking and all that. And I think that we have been watching and supporting certain celebrities and public figures, basically public figures, supporting those kind of people, to find out that they were all just absolutely monsters, the monsters in the dark.
Oh
Everything in the dark does come to light, right? At some point, you know.
you are despicable. You ban someone for stating
Stating a fact
fact
about
about 9/11.
hold on,
What?
they have to hold it up.
That is a bot. Paula Berlinski, that is definitely a bot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
because
Absolutely.
the person we banned did not say anything about what you're
No,
stating.
plus the person that we banned was putting one letter in at a time. If that person wants to state a sentence, then state it all like a normal person in one comment, not N comment, O comment, P comment. So I'm not going to ban you for making this ridiculous comment. I'll actually leave it up here. But if you are going to say something, at least have a leg to stand on and get your facts straight. But I'm not going to ban you.
But yeah, but,
If
but
you want
going
to
back to the
make a statement, don't enter one letter in at a time. Come on now. Put
yeah.
on your big girl pants or your big boy pants and come at it the right way.
Oh, you're not a bot? With how you're typing and just quoting things, I figured you were a bot. Well, I do got to say, you probably should have read what the dude was actually typing in one word at a time then, because that had absolutely no, that didn't pertain at all to 9/11. And if you think that what he typed in pertained to 9/11, you are indeed a moron. I'm sorry. You two
Not
are.
controlling anything. We basically are letting everybody say what they want to say. You are more than welcome to say what you want to say. If you want to get on here and you want to disagree with everything that we have to say, we are going to allow you to do that on this channel. But if you're going to say something, don't type one letter at a time to keep the chat just going in your thing.
Oh, absolutely,
You know,
Andy. No,
that.
absolutely, Charlene. But what Andy said, absolutely. Well, just take a look. Epstein was public enemy number one. Hang on, okay, there it is. Well, just take a look. Epstein was public enemy number one in this country. There is no way he did not have a dozen federal marshals around him all the time, and suddenly he's able to commit suicide. Absolutely, man. He pulled the Houdini act, and he's sipping martinis on an island, not his own island, probably a different island, but you know. Suddenly, cameras don't work in his cell, and there are only. Can you highlight that? And there are only two-part. Suddenly, cameras don't work in his cell, and there are only 2 Part 9 security guards watching. Everything is so bad right now. Trump is our only hope. Absolutely. You know, like there's no way in hell that dude committed suicide. There's no way.
No.
He
He
100%. He 100% pulled the Houdini act, and he is somewhere chilling.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And what's up with Maxwell, with Ghislaine Maxwell? All of a sudden, she's just like, not really even talked about anymore. I believe that she's already gave her testimony, but all of a sudden, it's like she's not even, you know.
She probably said what she had to say, and they pulled her away from everywhere. They got her in witness protection and hidden or something. You know, because of all the people that she's outed. You know, all the people in that little black book, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Again, with this tarot destroyer thing,
just spamming.
I don't know what this
person.
I can try again.
Yeah, you need to try to block this person or this bot.
I think Stitching did.
Yeah, but you got. I mean, is she a mod on here? You got. There you go. It was banned. There you go. You got to ban him.
Yeah. So this person back to was saying SS record. Hold on.
The SS, not the SS. SS records are public. I repeat, fuck off. Yeah, not the SS screenshot. I'm assuming that's what you mean. Yeah, of course.
See, I just banned this person and they're back again. See, look.
I'm telling you, man, YouTube's gonna take our kneecaps if we keep talking like this.
Okay, but you know, we were only on here. Hold on, Andy.
Holy Christ.
And leave that up there for a minute. Like I said, we were on here because we're letting everybody kind of get an idea what we're going to talk about on Rumble. But on Rumble, we're definitely going to talk about more because on here, it's like you can't really say what you want to say, you know?
Yeah. You
Hey,
really
Jack,
do.
how you doing?
Hey, welcome to the stream. How are you?
I'm over here chatting with my son Cody,
Hi, how are
and
you?
there's like some bots in here and some, whatever.
Getting some spam and some bots and some unsavory comments, but hey,
Yeah,
the more comments you get, maybe the more popular the stream will go. You never know.
yeah. Um,
Oh yeah, we're doing great. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
doing very well. But yeah, we you don't have like you can't really say what you want to say on here,
Yeah, there's a
because you
lot of things that we want to talk about that
strikes and everything else. But on Rumble, you're a little bit more free to say things, and there's like so many things that I want to talk about. But um,
doing well. Thanks for asking. Hell yeah, glad you're doing well. Yeah, unfortunately we're gonna have to move this to Rumble here. Our next stream will definitely be on Rumble. We were just, I think, trying to do this so you guys will know. Hey, you got to ban it before he finishes that.
yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, this is
Let's see.
that's what the Paula Berlinski is complaining about, calling us names and shit because we banned a dude for saying that.
Yeah, and the thing of it is that they're not saying anything. They're leaving all these messages with one letters in them. I mean, I would have more respect for the guy if he wanted to go on here and in one message, like let us know what he thinks that, like we're pieces of shit or whatever. But doing one letter at a time, stop. You're trying to control the chat.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's more so controlling the chat as to being disruptive and what he was spelling out.
Right. But Belinsky, if you want to go to my community page, my Rumble link is on there. And you can come on up, or I can, you come on up and you can have a little bit of a discussion with us, and you could tell us what you really think of us.
Yeah, I don't think that would fly too well on YouTube, but definitely on Rumble. It's going to be through StreamYard, so it'll be the same platform. It'll just be on a different platform, but it'll be the same format. It'll just be on a different platform.
Right. Hold on. Let me put Andy's comment back up here. I'm not speaking out of turn either. I'm. Oh wow.
No, these things work. There's no way anybody could have gotten to that man unless they were allowed to. Absolutely, dude. That's exactly what we're talking about. It's all those little things that, to the public, you understand it and you're like, oh, okay, Fox News said this, so it must be true. But for the people who really are working the things and understanding how things work, absolutely. There's no way that man would have been able to get something like that over. No way. He's sipping martinis on an island somewhere. He pulled the Houdini act.
I mean, think about all the people that were on his list.
Oh my God. It's insane. And I guarantee that the list, the short list of people that have been released, that's the tip of the iceberg. That there's freaking millions of people on that book, probably.
Oh yeah.
Million might be an over exaggeration, but you get my point.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, it's like I think that when not just that when all the names are released, but when all the things that happen there are released, I think it's gonna be so much that people are gonna have a hard time. This the pure evilness. People are gonna have a hard. I mean, look at this. I absolutely wholeheartedly love Tom Hanks since Bosom Buddies way back when, and now all the things that are coming out about him. Oh my God. It's like, you're hearing all this stuff that's coming out about him and all the people that we grew up watching in the movies and, thought they were such good people. And all of a sudden, it's like it's making you question everybody, And when you are hearing these things that are coming out, I mean, why did he even move to Greece? Why? Because all these things were coming out, And it's like,
fled the country. You knew what was coming.
Exactly. Hold on. Let me pin some of these comments. We don't need them so good.
Stitching said, and my hubby did the jail system for a while. Someone is always sitting and watching. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. My one of my best friends, her husband is like I forgot what his official title is, but he has been involved in the corrections for, oh my God, almost 30 years. And he heads up pretty much all of California, all of California. Um, and even when he saw that, he was like, red flags all around, you know?
Yep. But everyone knows that he's still alive. It's just whatever the media tells you, you question it always. Never take it at face value. Question everything.
Yeah, he was. He was, Steph. And
Yeah.
it's like, ugh. And all this, ugh. It just makes you sick to your stomach. It really does. But I will talk about it, the stuff that we found. I'll talk about it on Rumble. I just don't want to say it here because,
Yeah. We're already getting botted like hell, and people are watching us. We're gonna have one of those bots show up on our doorstep.
the door knock and there's a drone right in front of us.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah. So the link to Rumble is on the community page. Andy, I hope that you sub up to Rumble so this way you can take the link and come up and have discussions with us. Because I love hearing about what different people's opinions are.
Absolutely. Everyone has a different take on the situation, and it's awesome to hear from different point of views.
And Steph, I can't wait to tell you the stuff that we've heard, and not just what we've heard, but that other people, the videos that they have made and bits of evidence that they come with. It's like, whoa.
Can
But
you
it's
drop a Rumble channel link?
I can't remember. I was trying to do it yesterday. It wouldn't let me. But
Can you post it on the community page?
It's on the community page. Yeah, Steph, if you go to the community page, I put the link to it. So all you have to do, you don't even have to go find it. Just go to the community page and you'll see like the Rumble thing I put up. Just click that link and it takes you right to the channel. You don't even have to go dig for us on Rumble. Cody gave me the link and I put it on there.
Yeah, all you gotta do is click the link and you'll pop there. And if you follow, it's like YouTube. You'll get a notification when we go live. Yeah, and that's another thing, Stitching. Not every person that's on that list is guilty, and that was one thing that I was saying too when that list first started coming out is, they could have people, that got invited to a party and they don't know exactly what it is. And then they show up on that island and, they don't know what's really going on, and they never come back there, but their name is still on that list because they signed in, You never know.
What's crazy is back in the 90s, I lived in Hollywood, and my neighbor was Faison Love, and we lived in an apartment building. He was the neighbor that was right above me, and him and I became good friends. And then, of course, him and Chris Tucker were friends, and we all became friends. And I remember Chris always wanted to make it in the business. As a matter of fact, that the necklace that he wore in Friday was mine that he borrowed. But he always wanted to be a star. But his thing way back in the day was, he wanted to buy a big family home. And it's so funny. I remember like when I saw him in Friday, I was cracking up because I'm like, he's not acting. This is what his personality really is like. You know what I mean? He's funny. He's loud. He's outgoing. And, he comes from strong family background. So when I found out that he was on that list, that made me sick. I mean, I haven't seen Chris since the 90s. I kind of like after he made Friday, he basically kind of went on and, Faison moved out of the apartments that we all lived in. And he went on as well, and everybody kind of went their own ways. But it's just crazy to me that I saw his name on the list and pictures of him, and I was like, oh my God. But it's kind of like, what would you, it kind of just makes you think, what is it that you would do to get where you want to be in life? Who would you hurt?
Yeah.
How low would you sink?
Exactly
And
how
it just
far are you gonna go? You know, that's the stuff that Cat Williams is talking about too. You know, all the things that people are doing to get where they're at, and you know, all the messed up shit. Like the interview is pretty long. I watched a good amount of it. I do need to sit down and watch it again to refresh. I kind of watched it through TikTok clips, but he was just talking about what the industry puts the Hollywood actors through, and it was just insane the amount of shit that they said he would do. Like, you know, you got what was it, Denzel Washington and uh, oh my god, Martin Lawrence and a lot of other people. They put them all in dresses and stuff and kept doing it, and just to push them to see how far they'll actually go.
no, like I said yesterday, Snoop was in a dress. He was in a pink freaking dress. You
The
know,
dude who was on trial for murder in a dress.
right? It's all just it's crazy.
Yeah,
What did Andy say? Holding.
he was in federal.
24 hours a day, even days a week. People just blow it off with the original. Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that whole thing was
Exactly.
brought on by a bat. Come on.
There's so many like things where people are saying how it was brought over. It's like a biological, thing that
It was
happened.
made in a lab. It was a
Yeah,
biological weapon.
exactly.
You know,
Exactly. But it
people
just
still hold on to that, you know, shit of what the media tells them, you know. And it's just you got to do your own research. You got to really look outside the box, question
they're
everything.
not telling you what's really going on. They're not giving you truths or anything like that.
Absolutely, they'll never tell you the truth ever. You question everything.
You know?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
It's
Yep.
all a
We start talking about we start going into this, and we're definitely going to get a knock on the door.
no kidding, huh?
Yeah.
But it's like, well, here it is about censorship again. You cannot say certain things on YouTube. You know what I mean? Because you get
Yep.
strikes, or you get like what's going on, like we've been having going on in here. Censorship. But yet you could go to another platform and pretty much able to kind of say what you want. You know.
Yep. Oh, there you go, Andy. There it is, right there, man. It was made in a Chinese lab. You know, I'm sorry for your account, ma. This sucker's going down. It was made in a Chinese lab and released March of an election year. It was an election that liberals knew they would not win unless they could manipulate the vote. They accomplished what they needed. Absolutely.
Tracy, if you're
Distractions.
listening, if I lose my channel, it's because of Cody and Andy over here.
I'm telling you, man, you're going to lose your damn account.
Oh,
Trump is the
that's too
first
funny.
president to hold the Chinese government responsible for everything they had done. He
Done.
just made them play fair, so China agreed to do this. Nothing more, nothing less. It's simple. Absolutely, you know. And people still believe that it's this and it's that and it's whatever. That's exactly what it is. It was a manipulation tactic, and it worked. For I believe it was the first 2 years of his term, he was completely fine and there was no problems. Then the second 2 years, right, or the last year of Trump's term in office, that's when COVID came up, right? It was the last
Right.
year, the last 2 years.
Don't be sorry, Andy. I'm just joking.
Oh no, you're good, man.
Stitches over here. Private
Gonna have to get a little censor button every time we say the C word or the T word. We're gonna have to bleep it. But yeah, it was a
it.
manipulation tactic. Absolutely.
You said it, Steph. I'm with you. No. If you go to the community page, there's a link to Rumble on there. There's a link to Rumble on there because Cody and I are the ones that are just going to do Rumble. Tracy usually does. You don't need to stop, Andy. I'm just playing. Tracy and I are the ones who usually do like Trisha chats, that kind of stuff. But the Rumble stuff will be the stuff on Rumble. Cody and I will do, and we'll be talking about like the things we really like want to talk about, you know.
Yeah.
But
Andy,
like I said,
you gotta
censorship
stop.
on the big time.
But that's the
Well,
thing. It's about censorship and about all that, and you can't talk about this type of stuff, and it's stupid. You should be able to talk what you want. It's freedom of speech. And Andy, you
awesome.
definitely got to come over with us to Rumble, man. We'll definitely have an in-depth talk about all this. Viola, you
Maybe.
sounded awesome.
That's so funny, Stitching, because yesterday Cody goes, "Do you think I should make a YouTube channel so we can discuss this?" I'm like, "Why? They're just going to shut it down anyway if it gets too out of hand."
I'm telling you, man. The second we start talking about this stuff, bots start popping up, and it's people start trying to spam shit to get it shut down, and like you got to stay on top of it. It's crazy.
Right.
People start spamming some less than family friendly words and start calling names, and it's getting nasty. I can't wait to see what Rumble has in store. Shit, that's
Well,
like a lawless land over there.
it's not to change the subject here, but still going kind of like about this channel and Rumble is Moxie. She's a YouTuber on here, Cody, and she kind of like she talks about Trisha. She talks about other things too, but she talks about Trisha mainly. And they were striking her channel left and right just because
Really?
she was putting things out there that was already being put out there. You know what I mean? Like she wasn't doing anything off the wall. So she had to take her channel or start up a channel on Rumble. So basically, if she loses this YouTube channel, she would still have a platform.
Wow,
You know?
that is so messed up. But she
So
wasn't
like,
saying anything else that was any different than what anybody else was saying, right?
um, she was basically talking about, like stuff that Trisha was putting out there. She wasn't like making up a bunch of stuff, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Censorship. It's always about censorship. I had a good YouTube channel going, and content that I was doing, and I had to take everything down. I had to completely get rid of all my content and everything because it was against YouTube's terms of service. It was the YouTube apocalypse back in 2000. I can't remember what it was. I think it was 14 or something, 15, maybe 2016, somewhere around there. And I had to take down every one of my videos and everything. Otherwise, I would have lost my channel.
Yeah, that's just crazy. It
TT
is.
doesn't have a copyright. What is TT?
Trisha, truthfully, Trisha,
Oh, okay.
the crazy lady.
Some inside language in your channel. I don't know.
Just crazy stuff.
That crazy woman is on there screaming, crying, cussing, half naked most days, and they just let her do it.
They do. And here's the other thing about that is that and Stitching and Steph and Andy, all of them can tell you the same thing, that this crazy person, she actually doesn't age restrict videos, and she shows kids like basically use sex toys,
Jesus Christ, what the
like
fuck?
that.
Is she on that book?
And she has an OnlyFans and she promotes that on her channel, but it's like she
I
gets
mean,
away with all this crazy stuff. So
like,
it's like, and if you have a YouTube channel, you can talk about sex stuff, you could show these toys and stuff like that, but God forbid, don't talk about anything that's going on in the country.
yeah, for real. And you're not even age restricting your videos, and you're showing, all sorts of shit like that. Like,
Yeah,
what are you gonna do if some toddler walks up to you with your iPad and be like, "What's this?"
exactly. You're right, Steph. Come on. Stitching and I were talking about one day, like he was specializing a cookie. A cookie.
What the fuck? Veggie Tales would be pissed. That's
But
crazy.
it's absolutely wild. You can do all this stuff on YouTube like she does.
Yep, but God forbid you talk about a shot, and all of a sudden the whole world's in arms. You get immediately stricken down by the YouTube gods.
Exactly. It's just crazy. It is crazy. And she's absolutely disgusting. She really is. And I think that's why everybody, talks about her, because I think it's you just get blown away with the things that she's able to do with her channel and all the bullshit stories that she's able to tell on her channel and gets away with it. You
Yeah,
know,
but that's the thing. YouTube's kind of skewed. There's a lot of things on YouTube that should not be on YouTube that are available to kids. There's a lot of things that are out there that shouldn't be available on this channel, but they're are on this platform. But there really is a lot. You know.
there is, and like I said, she does all these crazy things, and she does not get any, like she doesn't age restrict her stuff at whatsoever. You know, she's just gross. She really, she really is. Like she bullies people. She just, um, I don't know. It's so hard to like say everything that she does because she does so much. It just would blow you away.
Well, I believe it. I
But
keep on saying she's
anyways, I
exactly
would say that
Elvis travels. What? Elvis with the sexual stuff.
it's it's a channel, Elvis
Oh,
Travels.
and I thought you were talking about Elvis with a suitcase. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, stitching like reviews, lots of things and stuff like that too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she just she. I was reading Steph's comment. Puts out often shows how many times she has threatened to skull drag her on a live. Yeah, that's another thing. She does do that too. She talks about this other YouTuber named Paula. She's a cool lady, and the stuff that Trisha says to her and has done to her and tries to drag her into court, and it just is terrible, absolutely terrible. The stuff that she does to her. But then again, let's not mention anything political.
Yeah, for real. You can't mention anything political. You can't mention anything, about the shot. You can't mention anything about, a lot of stuff on this platform. But you can definitely
Yeah.
push sexually charged shit and bullying and harassing and all sorts of shit. And that's all fine because it's, like the tabloids. But when you start talking about real shit, all of a sudden there's a problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's kind of funny, but it's like, how we were just sitting here talking about what the distractions, right? And the distraction over here, everything that they're showing you, the distraction, it's all sexualized stuff.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely. That's something that they want to try to implant that sexualized seed as early and as quick as possible in a lot of different people. It needs
Mm,
to be in people's face as much as possible.
yeah, and maybe that's why her channel is always okay with the things that she does, because everybody always in common always says that she has to sexualize everything. Everything. I mean, the woman was like sexualizing a cookie. So it's kind of like, you can go ahead and do that kind of stuff, but don't talk about anything that people need to know about.
Yep. It's like the
That makes a lot
tabloids,
of sense.
man.
It's like to live with their head in the dark and pretend things aren't happening, you know.
Yep. But you
But
keep doing
anyway,
that, and the longer you do that, the worse it's gonna get.
this is true. This is true. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and we'll end this live stream. So if you guys want to link up on, go to the community page, and the Rumble channel is there. Um, Sub to that, because that's where we're gonna kind of really let loose, and I will get clips together and stuff like that, so we can all like, you know,
Yeah, we'll actually be able to, you know, reference the things that we're talking about. Like on here, I wouldn't want to pull up the alien stuff in Miami or anything that the tabloids have said about Trump or anything like that on here. But on Rumble, we'll actually be able to show actual legitimate clips and other things and be able to talk a lot more in depth. So hopefully you guys go over there. It'd be nice because I think for the I think for the betterment of your channel, this should probably be the last stream on here in this type.
exactly. I think so, because that was getting a little bit out of hand.
Yeah, that was something. So I definitely think that this should probably be the last one because that your friend's gonna wake up and like, what the hell happened to the channel?
Yeah, really, huh? So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out and talking to us. Like I said, if you have an interest, click the link on the community page to Rumble, and we will see you guys over there.
Yeah,
Take
take it
care,
easy.
everybody.
Bye.